You ever notice how some foods are called healthy everywhere you look, but deep down, something just doesn't feel right when you eat them? Maybe it's the fatigue that never goes away, or the swelling in your ankles that seems to show up out of nowhere. Well, it turns out, not everything labeled healthy is actually good for you, especially if your kidneys are already working overtime. Look, here's the thing most people don't realize. Your kidneys are like silent workers. They don't complain. They just quietly do their job, filtering more than 150 quarts of blood every single day, removing waste, balancing fluids, and keeping your body chemistry in perfect rhythm. But when something goes wrong, they rarely send loud alarms. The only hint might be a single number: your creatinine level. Creatinine isn't some random lab word your doctor throws at you. It's actually a byproduct from your muscle's energy system. Every time you move, exercise, or even just breathe, your body produces creatinine, and your kidneys flush it out. But when that number starts creeping up, it's your body's way of whispering, "Hey, something's not right." According to the CDC, over 37 million Americans live with chronic kidney disease, and the shocking part, about 90% have no idea. They think their tiredness, poor appetite, or occasional dizziness is just getting older. But often, it's not age, it's kidneys struggling in silence. So if you've been told your creatinine is high, or you simply want to protect your kidneys before problems start, stay with me till the end, because today, I'm going to reveal the 3 nuts you should avoid if you have high creatinine, and the 3 kidney-friendly alternatives that research shows can help reduce inflammation, stabilize creatinine levels, and protect your kidneys naturally. Ready? Let's start with the bad guys. You probably didn't expect cashews to be on this list, right? They're creamy, tasty, full of good fats, and seem harmless enough. But here's where most people get fooled. Cashews are incredibly high in phosphorus, around 660 milligrams per 100 grams. That's nearly 70% of the daily limit for someone with kidney issues. Now, your kidneys usually filter out excess phosphorus, but when filtration slows down, phosphorus builds up in your blood. Over time, that extra phosphorus binds with calcium, forming tiny deposits in your arteries, basically turning your blood vessels into stiff pipes. That's why people with high creatinine often end up with higher blood pressure, fatigue, and even heart problems. And here's what's scary. One innocent handful of cashews could push you close to your daily phosphorus limit. Plus, they contain moderate potassium, which in excess can lead to irregular heartbeats or muscle weakness in older adults. So, if you've been eating cashews daily because you thought they were heart healthy, it might be time to rethink that habit. Next up, almonds, the poster child of clean eating. Every health blog praises almonds for being high in vitamin E and antioxidants, but for people with elevated creatinine, almonds can quietly cause trouble. Here's why. Almonds are loaded with potassium, about 200 milligrams per ounce. That might not sound like much, but if your kidneys aren't filtering potassium efficiently, it adds up fast. When potassium levels rise, it throws off your heart's rhythm and nerve signals. That's why people with kidney disease sometimes experience muscle cramps or that pins and needles feeling in their hands and feet. And let's be real, who eats just 1 ounce of almonds? Most people snack by the handful, especially when watching TV or working. Combine that with other potassium-rich foods like bananas or avocados, and you're easily over the safe daily limit for someone with compromised kidney function. So if you're reaching for almonds, thinking they're a smart swap for chips, think again. They're healthy, yes, but not necessarily kidney-friendly. The third nut on our limit immediately list might surprise you even more. Chestnuts. Chestnuts feel innocent. They're lower in fat, soft, and sweet. They're practically a comfort food in colder months, but they're loaded with starch and oxalates. That combination makes them dangerous for kidney health. Here's the deal. High starch content can spike your blood sugar, forcing your kidneys to work harder to maintain balance. Over time, that extra workload accelerates kidney wear and tear. And oxalates. They bind with calcium to form kidney stones, especially in older adults. According to the Mayo Clinic, just 100 milligrams of oxalate per day can increase kidney stone risk, and a small bowl of chestnuts gets you pretty close to that limit. So even though chestnuts might be gentle on your digestion, they're not gentle on your kidneys. If you've ever dealt with stones, or if your creatinine has been creeping upward, this is one nut to keep off your plate. Now before you get discouraged, here's the good news. Not all nuts are off limits. In fact, some can actually support your kidneys and help stabilize creatinine naturally. Let's start with one tiny powerhouse that most people overlook. Sunban. Flax seeds. Flax seeds might not look impressive, but they're loaded with soluble fiber and plant-based omega-3s that help lower inflammation and improve filtration. In one 2020 study published in Renal Failure Journal, people with mild kidney impairment who consumed flaxseed daily for 12 weeks saw an 18% reduction in blood creatinine levels. That's impressive, and all from a simple, affordable seed. The key is how you eat them. Whole flax seeds just pass through your body undigested, so grind them into a fine powder. Mix a tablespoon into oatmeal, yogurt, or even warm water before breakfast. It's a small change that can make a real difference. And remember, drink plenty of water. Soluble fiber needs hydration to work properly, otherwise it can cause bloating or constipation, especially in seniors. Next up, macadamia nuts. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aren't macadamias full of fat? Yes, but it's the good kind. Monounsaturated fats, especially omega-7, which helps lower inflammation in kidney tissues. Here's something fascinating. Omega-7 fats are like a cooling balm for your filtration system. They calm inflammation in the glomeruli, those tiny filters in your kidneys that clean your blood. Plus, macadamias are naturally low in phosphorus and potassium, unlike most other nuts. That makes them a rare kidney-safe option for snacking. Stick to about 5-7 raw, unsalted macadamias per day. Avoid the salted or flavored ones. Sodium puts extra strain on your kidneys and raises blood pressure. You can crush them into oatmeal or mix them into a smoothie for a creamy, satisfying texture. And finally, let's talk about the king of kidney-friendly nuts. Walnuts. Walnuts are not just brain-shaped, they're brain and kidney food in one. They're rich in alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that fights chronic inflammation. One study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who ate walnuts regularly had 32% lower levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a key marker of inflammation that affects kidney health. Walnuts also help improve the flexibility of your blood vessels, which means better circulation and more efficient waste removal by your kidneys. And unlike almonds or cashews, walnuts have only moderate potassium and phosphorus levels, so they're easier on your system. The best way to enjoy them? About 4 or 5 walnut halves per day, soaked overnight or lightly toasted. They go great with oatmeal, salads, or yogurt. Just make sure they're fresh. If they taste bitter or show mold, throw them out. Moldy walnuts can contain aflatoxins, which are harmful to both your liver and kidneys. Now let's pull all this together for a second. If your creatinine levels are high, it's not about panic, it's about precision. Choosing foods that work with your kidneys, not against them. That means avoiding nuts like cashews, almonds, and chestnuts that overload your body with phosphorus, potassium, or oxalates, and instead choosing flax seeds, macadamias, and walnuts, which nourish and protect your kidneys gently. It's also about balance. You don't have to give up everything you love. Just have to make smarter swaps. Your kidneys will thank you for it. And remember, none of this is meant to replace your doctor's advice. If you have high creatinine or kidney disease, always check with your healthcare provider before making major dietary changes. But here's the hopeful part. Your kidneys aren't weak, they're resilient, and when you give them the right environment, less inflammation, cleaner blood, and supportive nutrition, they often recover better than anyone expects. So maybe tonight, instead of reaching for that handful of roasted almonds or cashews, try a sprinkle of flaxseed on your oatmeal or a few macadamias after lunch. These tiny shifts add up. Over weeks and months they can change your numbers, and maybe even your life. If this opened your eyes a bit or made you rethink your daily snacks, hit that subscribe button, because every week I share science-backed health insights like this. No fluff, no scare tactics, just real, practical info you can use to take better care of your body. Your kidneys deserve that. You deserve that. So here's to small changes, stronger kidneys, and a healthier you. Take care, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next video.